books or whatever you've been calling them. And just circle my presentation and grab my Twitter account and say hi.
Perfect. So tweet him. Perfect. Thank you, dear. Okay, it might get a little dangerous in here. Shawn Mullen's going to speak. I want to get out of the way. You need me to hold the microphone? Just turn it off. And that timer worked really good for most of the day. The same way, Carrie, I'll help you. Oh, you got it on your phone.
It says sorry, too. It's apologizing.
Carrie, just go out in the hallway with it, would you? Okay. Can you watch from your phone? We've got it here. We got it.
Thank you, Deb. Everybody got their flip phone or their little video clip device ready? Because you're going to want to catch this. All right, so I just want to give you a second. Get them ready. Get them queued up, okay? Let's set this down. All right, everybody ready? I'm going to start the timer. And we're going. No, that was mine. Good afternoon. My name is Shawn Mullen. I am Chief Energy Officer and President of Protex Central Incorporated. We are a 45-year-young systems integrator that specializes in the fire and security market spaces. I happen to be based here in Des Moines, Iowa, where we have an office, but we also have locations in Omaha, Nebraska. Our home office happens to be in Hastings, Nebraska, my hometown. And we also have another facility out in the panhandle of Nebraska, out in Scotts Bluff. Every day, our 55 employees design, install, test, and maintain a variety of different fire and security-related systems for customers in several different vertical markets: education, healthcare, government, industry, energy, and so on. I'm second-generation ownership. My dad actually started this company 45 years ago. And so we are a family-owned company as well. I come to you today because I want to make clear to you that even though we are in the fire and security life safety business, one thing we are not are fire sprinkler contractors. So our company is not involved with fire suppression in the sense of the sprinkler systems that are protecting this building right now, or the sprinkler systems you might find in other commercial office spaces. What we do, however, is a very small slice of that fire protection industry, and it's called the clean agent fire suppression business. So if you have mission-critical asset or areas of high value where you want to put the fire out, but you don't want to do more damage than the fire itself, we happen to have agents that do three things. They rapidly detect the fire, they quickly extinguish it, and they do no harm. That is to say, after they discharge, there's nothing to clean up. No fairy dust, no water runoff, nothing. And so a lot of times, I spend a lot of my day trying to get my story out that what we do is protect rooms that hold the servers and the routers and the UPS equipment that power the very devices that I see all of you on right now. It also happens to power the device that's buried inside of this particular agent that's called Novec 1230. Novec 1230 is a clean agent, and you happen to be seeing it in its natural state. Now, remember that I said our three paradigms that we do in clean agent fire suppression are early detection, rapid suppression, and do no harm. Now, do no harm means I don't want to create more damage than the fire itself, but I don't want to harm the equipment either. And so by way of demonstration, I've actually subjected my cell phone to the agent itself. And I did that partly for dramatic effect because nobody else was going to do it today. I checked the list. All right. But this agent puts out fires, okay? But because it's non-conductive, okay, my cell phone's fine. It might be a little wet right now. But right now I've got another 6 minutes and 6 seconds left to go. Okay? Now, you're probably wondering, okay, that's a pretty cool trick, Shawn, but does it put the fire out? Yeah, it does. Got my famous lighter here. Did you catch that? Did you not get this on tape? I just put a fire out. I want to get your flip phones out again. I'm going to do this one more time. All right? Put the fire out. Now, that's my story. That's what Protect Central does. And the only reason I'm here today is because I work with a executive business coach by the name of Dr. Tom Hansen with headsupperformance.com. And I've been working with him for about 3 years. And when I first called him, he said, Shawn, why do you want to work with an executive business coach? And I said, well, Dr. Tom, it sucks to be left behind. I'm second-generation ownership. I want to get our company to the next level. I want to grow our business. I want to get our story about what we do out. And so after working with him for several sessions, he said, you know, Shawn, I really think you need to get on board with this whole social media thing and figure out what's going on with it. I said, okay, I got a Facebook page, and I think I'm on LinkedIn, and I did sign up for something on WordPress. He goes, no, you got to get your act together. You got to figure out how you're going to get that kind of a story out. And I said, okay, help me. And he said, well, I happen to work with another individual, and her name is Nancy Lane, and that's L-A-I-N-E, Nancy Lane. She bills herself as the LinkedIn concierge. And Nancy and I hooked up, again, through LinkedIn, and she began to help me really focus and tighten in how I can position myself and, in reference, our company, to begin to position myself as a go-to guy to tell this kind of a story. And so I set about last October to really begin to say, how am I going to position my brand, my Shawn Mullen brand, and again, by extension, Protect Central, to begin to tell this type of a story. So I got on LinkedIn, and I really re-energized my blog, which is on WordPress. It's shawnpci.wordpress.com. And I began to really focus in and say, how can I use this social media platform to attract the type of individuals who need this type of solution, who need to hear this type of story? When I did that, little did I realize that it'd be opening up a lot of different opportunities along the way, primarily for our company to leverage itself as well. Because clearly we have competition in the market space, and we're looking for differentiation. And part of that differentiation is the ability to be able to tell our story and tell it effectively. Now, what we have done, what our company has done with that LinkedIn platform, has simply been to be able to never have to make a cold call again. Because of the size of my network and that of our other salesmen and managers with our company, we now have the ability to be maybe 1, 2, or 3 degrees of separation away from the very individuals who need to hear that story. And it's actually worked. We've actually been able to get beyond the gatekeeper, who's always, posted at every business when you go to make a sales call or a cold call. She's always programmed to say no, okay, or he. But the whole LinkedIn platform has allowed us the ability to get beyond that individual and network that type of story to the people that need to hear it. Now, if you're more interested in this technology of what I've demonstrated here, that's great. And I encourage you to go out to my blog, and there are links there about an upcoming full-scale demonstration that we do. Because once we tell the story to the customer, we want to bring them back. And we actually have live full-scale demonstration booths in our offices here in Des Moines and in Omaha where we demonstrate the entire system. And in fact, a lot of times when we're on sales calls, we'll actually demonstrate through our link on YouTube what an actual discharge looks like. And so if you'd like to see what the full-scale show looks like and in terms of an actual demonstration, you can go out to my YouTube site, which is Shawn PCI, and click on the link there to be able to do that. Now, I claim not to be an expert on any of this social media, but I do claim to be an expert in my experiences in telling this story. One of the benefits that I have found of social media is to be able to leverage and distinguish myself, and again, by reference, our company, to be able to tell our story concisely and accurately to the target market that we're trying to do. The amazing thing to me is that, as Michael Libby had said in one of his earlier presentations, there's 75 or 95% that aren't doing it. And yet it's a compelling story to be able to tell. And so as I worked with Dr. Tom Hansen and Nancy Lane, one of the key elements they said was go out and drive your flag into your market space and claim it for you. And claim it for what your story is. And claim it for what your value is. Now, if any of you would like to clean off your cell phones after this, I've got about 5 seconds left, let me know. It's very simple. We'll swish it around in here. This particular technology is manufactured by 3M, and we use it in these clean agent fire suppression systems to solve real-life fire protection issues for business continuity in high-hazard areas. I've appreciated my time today. I hope you've learned a little bit more about clean agent fire suppression and how ProTech Central is telling that story to a wider audience by leveraging the value of social media. Thank you very much.